Okay. What's up, everybody? So we got a new little story for you today here on the channel. I'm gonna kind of try to talk about this well, we can't beat around the bush too much, but before we kind of talk about it, I want y'all to see this car. Okay, this is a Infiniti G35. I believe it's a 2002 Infiniti G35. I want y'all to take a really good look at it because this Infiniti G35 is pretty similar to the gold one that we had out here that I sold for $1,300. Okay, we sold the car here at the dealership for around $1,300 plus sales tax, DMV fees. Okay, $1,300 cash, not a whole lot of money. Now, the car that we had here at our dealership had 225,000 miles on it, yes, and had a transmission that had some problems with it. But at the end of the day, when we sold the Infiniti that we had out here, the transmission, whatever we did, somehow they fixed it and it went in reverse again. It drove. The guy bought it, took it, hit the street, and left in the damn car, okay? But let's take a look at this car real quick. Let's just get a quick shot of it. Let me show you what this car looks like. The one right here. All right, everybody, we're getting the mileage off the car right now. This is Yinny here with us. Okay, 134,774, guys. Okay, automatic transmission. Yeah, crank it up. Let's hear this car a little bit. Yinny, rev it up a little bit for us. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Wow. So something's going on with the exhaust on Yinny's car. I don't know if it needs a muffler. Is it the piping? I'm telling you, it might not even have a catalytic converter inside there, okay? There's all kinds of stuff going on why that sounds going like that. But the car's got 136 on it. You know, these are great cars. They're good looking cars. They're fun to drive. They're sporty, all that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's actually, Yinny said it's actually a 2003 Infiniti G35. Okay, so there you go. Now let's really get down and take a good look at it. It's got a dent right here. The headlights are fading. The blacked out grille is starting to chip on the paint right there. You know, you got some spider webbing going on right in there. The hood on the car, which is pretty notorious on Infinitis, where the paint starts kind of looking like it's got sunburn like that, okay? You know, the body of the vehicle's in pretty decent shape. It's not too bad. Tires are pretty low on tread. Don't have a whole lot. She's gonna have to get some tires on the car eventually. So, all right, Yinny, what in the back of the car, not too bad. Cut.
So this week I made a video. Oh boy!
All right, but I'm with Yinny. What's up, Yinny? How you doing? So, Yinny, how long have you owned the Infiniti for right now?
Well, it's actually in my brother's name, but probably for like a month and a half.
A month? Okay, a month and a half.
Probably less.
Yeah?
Less than that. What have you done to the car since you've had it, since you actually drove it off the car lot, or your brother took it off the lot?
I got tires in the front.
Okay, you put tires on the front.
I had to change both of my sensors.
Okay, 2 sensors of some sort on the car, right? What was this oil thing that you had going on under the hood? Can you show it to us a little bit? Okay, the valve cover gaskets under the hood. Now, some of this stuff is basic maintenance. We get it. You know, it's an older car. It's going to have some stuff that's going to need fixing. But first off, the dealer didn't tell Yinny a damn thing about any of this stuff, and then wants to act like he never knew about it.
Oh boy, what's he gonna do?
Okay, right.
So it was these right here.
Uh-huh.
And this one right here.
And did you do some of this stuff yourself?
Yeah, I did it all myself.
Okay. So you got under here and fixed these gaskets. The battery looks pretty new, right? Was that like that was when you got it?
Yeah, they said they put a new battery in it.
Mm-hmm.
But these were very loose. I had to tighten them so the car wasn't having enough electricity power.
Right. I can remember, everybody, that coupe that we had an issue with the battery cables also being loose, and that was something we had fixed. But like I said, guys, at the beginning of the video, we sold a car pretty much just like this, except I think ours was like an 04 for $1,300 cash.
This is like 7. It came up to like 13, 10.
Hold on. So after financing, interest rates, all that,
I think it was like 12.
Like roughly around 12 grand. How much cash did you put down to get this car?
1K.
Okay, so $1,000 cash down to just get a loan on the car from a car store out of Summerville, South Carolina. And basically what you were saying was you're paying how much every 2 weeks, bi-weekly?
Like $220.
$220, so that's $440 a month.
What you gonna do? You gonna...
Do you have to have full coverage insurance on the car?
Yep.
Yes. So how much you think right now total a month you're spending on this car right now? $600 probably?
Yeah, plus gas.
Gas, all that stuff. And now having to do maintenance on the car.
It's not worth it. I drove a lot the first day, and the first day was cutting off for me. Leaking oil everywhere. Yeah.
And you took the car back to the dealership, right? Or did you call like
I
after?
Called first, and they denied all the problems. They were saying that it was a lie. They test drove it, they did it, and then even when they supposedly fixed it, and I came back and got it, it did the same thing. That's like within 2-3 hours. I called back before they closed, and the lady was saying, "Oh, no, that's a lie." And
and so you went back to the dealership,
asked her for the paperwork for the maintenance on the car. She acted
like service records.
Yeah, she acted like she was looking for it, couldn't find nothing. They said that they changed a filter, but that wasn't wrong with my car. I gave them a whole list of because I went and got a diagnosed on it. I brought them like 6 things that was wrong with the car, and they was like, "Oh no, you can't just take it to everybody because they're gonna try to charge you money." And I'm like, "But that's something that's wrong with the car." So
that has nothing to do with it, right?
They trying to fix it. I mean, I understand the price, yeah.
Right.
We saw the price on the ticket. That was like $1,500 to fix it, but it's like it takes time.
Right. Now you didn't expect this car to be perfect when you got it, right?
But I didn't expect it to cut off for me the first day. I couldn't drive the car for 2 weeks.
Right.
Probably 3 weeks.
After getting it.
After getting it, it was parked.
It was parked in the yard.
At the
dealership.
At the dealership.
Okay, so you took the car back and they said they were going to possibly look at it. Is that correct?
They supposedly said they looked at it. When I called like a week later, they said they had a part in. They was waiting for the part. Then we called in the next day. They said that it was the wrong part. So it was just so many.
A lot of runaround going on, and hold on. So while that 3 weeks is going on, tell me, did they still charge you a car payment?
Yes.
Still had to pay a payment while your car sat there basically in their yard.
They were worrying about the insurance because I took the insurance, I put it on hold, and they was like, "Well,
because you're not driving it."
Yeah, I'm not driving it, so why would I pay for insurance? If something's wrong with the car or something happened while we fixing it, it's your responsibility. And I'm like, no, it's not.
You went ahead and got insurance back on the car, and then at that point, they give you the keys, you can come get it, and did they fix what supposedly was wrong?
No.
Okay, so they didn't fix anything on it. Okay.
Because it was still leaking oil. It was still smoking.
So they didn't really take care of you at all. I mean,
at all. And when I went back there, me and my brother, they treated us like we was nothing. Like he cursed at me, all type of stuff.
Right, and it got to a point where they were not being very friendly, kind of being rude enough. Called the police. That's what I'm trying to get to.
He put a restraining order on me.
Boy, you think you're real funny, don't you? Boy, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you today.
So you
Okay,
currently have a restraining order with this company, again, this man, with his business or himself?
Business, I can't go in his property.
So you can't even go on his property to drop off a car payment. You have to do everything over the phone.
I can't drop it off anyway because it's coming out of my car.
Okay, off of your banking account. Right, okay, so he's got it figured out where he don't have to deal with you coming in his store.
Yeah, and then he told me
Right.
that because he financed the car in my brother's name, he doesn't have to deal with me at all. Though I'm the one paying for the car.
So, folks, man, I feel for them. I really do. This is a situation going on. Man, this is tough. But, you know, I'm in the used car business myself. I know how this stuff goes. I understand that cars won't be perfect all the time when buying them, okay? But it's got to be a little different here when you are doing a loan with the dealership, okay? Because, first off, when you're doing a loan, right, I mean, do you think, everybody, Yenny's going to continue to pay $440 a month for this car if this car breaks down and Yenny can't drive it anymore? Do we really think he's going to drive this car? Oh, hell no. No, the car going to go back to the dealership and see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. I'm going on back with my life and we're going to have to get another car. It's tax season, right? So what is the game plan here? To get another car? Well, that's what we're going to do. So stay with us. Alright everybody, so Yenny's out of here, just pulled out, and as I'm listening to that car pull out on the street, I hear skipping in the motor, I hear weird exhaust sounds, I hear a few things. This is kind of what happens in my situation here, and this is not the first time this has happened, but people are contacting me online because I'm selling extremely low cash car deals. A lot of cars they see sometimes are beautiful cars like the Audi A6 for $2,000. You know, these Infinitis we get for $1,300. They're good looking cars at great cash prices. And people come in and see me and then they sit down with me and say, look, I need to get a loan on a car, right? And I talk to them and I see what's going on in their life. And, you know, really being a car salesman, I never really thought that I would be like a person to give advice, but it really has seemed to kind of get to be like that, giving advice and kind of almost like a therapist, a car therapist in a sense, if that makes any sense. But, you know, these people kind of tell me their stories and what happens, and some of the stuff I hear just seems so wrong, what some of these dealers are doing. And you know, I've had my fair share of people on the internet make comments on YouTube and say, stop selling junk cars, and, you know, people go on Google and say this, that, and the other. I haven't had a whole lot of negative feedback on me personally, but I have had a few deals that have happened where things have kind of gone awry and didn't go the way they should have gone. But at the end of the day, I always try to take care of the customer and try to figure out a way to make things right. You know, you don't want a bad juju, bad, you know, whatever out there floating around in the atmosphere here over your head. I mean, you do want to be able to go to bed at night and lay your head down on that pillow and feel comfortable on what you did that day and this, that, and the other. But man, some dealers probably don't give a, they probably don't. And they're just there to make the money and move on with their lives, you know? I'm waving at customers right here. So anyways, we will talk about this a little bit more. I will give you my honest feedback on Yenny's deal, the good and the bad. So the good and the bad about the dealer and the good and the bad about the customer. So we will do that in a few. All right, everybody, end of the day. End of the day. Tax season. That's what we got going on right now. It is tax season. You know, here's the thing. at the end of the day, is there a way to sell this person a car, right? And at this particular time, it wasn't possible today to sell them a car, right? Is it possible to get them a loan and get them financing? Not right now. Wasn't possible for that person to get a loan theirself on the Infiniti G35 Coupe. Had to get it done by her brother, okay? So she wasn't even able to get the deal done by herself. Her brother had to do it. And if she's listening, I hope she can understand what I'm getting at is that at the end of the day, somebody is signing the paperwork for the loan that you signed up for, which obviously was your brother, and you had to agree on something with your brother that you would, I'm sure your brother didn't sign paperwork on that Infiniti G35 Coupe if you didn't have said, all right, I can do it. I can pay $220 every 2 weeks, $440 a month in the car insurance on it. And your brother went over the extra mile there to help you get a car, which hats off to your brother for doing that. But unfortunately, sometimes you really, really, really have to take the time to look at the car, test drive the car, look over it thoroughly. If your brother didn't do that, you should have said, hey, let me come back up there with you. I mean, do whatever you can, because at the end of the day, you are getting ready to spend a lot of money on a 2003 Infiniti G35. When you punch the numbers in online, that car does not book out that high on the money. $12,000 over the next few years of doing a loan, that is insane. And you gotta realize, people, that these buy here, pay here car dealerships are not looking out for your best interest. They are looking out for their best interest, and that is selling the car and making profit. And you gotta remember that. Car lots like us, where we're at, we're not doing buy here, pay here. We are here, yes, to make profit, but at the same time, we're here to sell vehicles and also try to sell vehicles to people that are in a good price range and that may need a few things fixed here or there, but we're not gonna set you up on a buy here, pay here type situation, and you're gonna be paying over $500 a month on a car loan for a car that's not worth it, and then on top of that, sending it out with all kinds of problems. So shame on that dealership for doing that, and that's on them. That has not on me. But as you can see right behind me here, we got a mechanic shop. We do the best we can without going over and beyond, okay? I can't do everything on the cars. We can't fix everything on the cars, okay? Or we wouldn't be in business, okay? But we do the best we can to make sure the customers are happy. And sometimes we even go over and beyond to make sure a customer's happy even after they bought a car from us. And if they had a situation go on with their car after they left, sometimes we go over the extra mile there to fix it. So you always have to remember at the end of the day here, again, that the decision was left up to you on getting that car. All right, I know you get excited, everybody, and we all sign paperwork sometimes, and man, we look back and say, what in the hell did I do that for? But I hope some of y'all watch the videos and really put some thought into what I was saying. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. I'm Chad, and we're signing out.
I think everybody seems